Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Isn't that right, Joe Boo? It doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. Wake up. It is Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. That stank ass Eagles trash. That Philly 500. Philly wishing his team could get to 500. It is those Eagle trolls that have been driving me crazy forever. It's time to get this thing on. It is today. And both teams are hurting, and both teams are actually in the exact same position right now. You know, this is the first time in the multitude of games that we have played that the Cowboys and the Eagles are both below 500. We all suck. You know, as good as the Washington football team is, they're below 500. Yeah. Our division is awful. It's hideous. And this year has been hideous. Thank God we only have a few more days left of this year. And we can get this thing over with, and hopefully 2021 will be a rebirth of everything. So we're both in the same boat. The Eagles right now are ahead of us for draft position. We're right behind. I think we're sitting at number 9 right now before we play or lose. We could improve or we could get worse depending on what happens. One of us will sink a little lower. The other one will rise in the draft position and will hopefully keep their playoff hopes alive. It's all dependent on one team, the Washington football team. The Washington football team wins, it's done, it's over with, we're out of here. If Washington loses to Carolina, then everybody still has hope. Well, at least the winner of this game has hope. The other team, no, hopes for a great draft. But for us, I still believe that finish the season on a high note. And, of course, saving Joe Boo's head. Philly 500, for some reason, thinks we have a bet that if the Eagles sweep the Cowboys, that Joe Boo's supposed to lose his head. Joe Boo, you better do your thing, man. You better do your thing. Because I'm just giving you a heads up. That's what the Philly 500 wants to have. So if you like your head being attached, by all means, do everything you can to help the Dallas Cowboys. But in all seriousness, I think the Eagles would like to win this. One, to say, hey, we swept the Dallas Cowboys, and they can feel good about their quarterback situation, that maybe they can get a little more clarity on, you know, is Hurts the guy? Is he just a 2-game wonder, or did we mess up by, you know, hurting Carson Wentz's feelings? I'll go into Carson Wentz more later on in another time. But that relationship seems to have completely soured, and I don't see how that's rectified. And a lot of that is Carson Wentz's issue, but, you know, be that as it may. For our Cowboys, having finally had a 2-game win streak and seeing, you know, we beat the 49ers. 49ers come through yesterday and end up beating the Cardinals, a team that needed that win for their playoff hopes. Kind of makes you feel a little bit better, like, wow, maybe we did a little something, at least with one of those victories. And this is a chance for not only for players, but coaches to kind of stake their claim for next year. Because believe me, everybody's being evaluated. You know, as much as people say, oh, just tank, you know, just lose. Losing poor performances will lose you a job in the NFL. Players aren't thinking about losing. They're thinking about going out there and winning. So I look for the players to try and make their moves. Now, last week was great because it's the first time we really had most of our top line cornerbacks and things in there. This will be another week to kind of get Diggs back up to speed and things and see how well they end up working together. This is another chance for my man Gillimore, the Canadian bulldozer, to get in there and start staking his claim at one of the defensive tackle positions. And maybe a chance for the Cowboys to say, we've turned a corner on getting right for next year, giving us a little taste and a little bit of hope for the future. I know in retrospect, had we lost to Cincinnati, had we lost to the 49ers, we could be really happy and excited about the draft. But I got to tell you, for my own soul, for my own well-being, just being able to have a week where we at least are on the right side of a win just felt great for me. And I hope to continue that streak. Now, what'll help us this week is Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott says his calf is much better than it was last week, and where he missed his first game, that he's ready to play. And you've got to feel that he's on a mission to try and gain some yardage because he wants to get that 1,000-yard season. He's about 168 yards away. So he needs about 85 yards, this week and next week to get there. I know he wants to get there. I'm sure the team wants him to get there just to kind of keep that 1,000-yard streak for 5 years going and trying to continue that throughout his career. So you've got to feel that he's going to be giving full effort, and the offensive line will probably be giving full effort as well. To help him on the other side, the Eagles' defensive line, Fletcher Cox and Derek Barnett, both are going to be out in this game, as well as some other key starters. So the Eagles' defense is about in the worst shape it's been all season, and that may give us a chance with Tony Pollard, our lightning guy, and Zeke Elliott, the thunder guy, to be able to make some noise and be able to run the football. As the season of our dismay has gone through, we've found some guys that are actually playing better. You're getting a lot of experience. I'm not saying that that Terrence Steele is going to be a great offensive lineman, but for an undrafted free agent offensive lineman who got stuck in starting these games, he's gotten a little better each week, and he's becoming more and more capable. And I look for these guys to continue to do that because, see, all this stuff bodes well for our future. We need to understand that, as great as it is having a Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, and, Zach Martin and things like that, the nature of football, it's got to be baked into the equation that you're going to lose guys. And you must have guys that are capable of being able to step in. If you don't, brother, it's just going to be a long season. And at least we can look at this season as that chance that we've gotten young guys experience. It boded well for us after the 2015 season because we ended up getting Zeke, Dak, Anthony Brown, and Malik Collins, who's just been was activated yesterday. Experience that helped bode for us for the next couple of years. This season will pay dividends down the road for these young guys getting on the field as we add a few free agents, as we add other rookies, that these young guys are going to be the ones that carry us through. So don't look at this season as a season of waste. Look at this as a season where we started to turn a corner, that we had a chance to start reloading the team and refocusing. And one final note before I get out of here, I got a lot to do. I've got some new stuff I got to set up for the studio. Now that it's cold outside and we're working outside, I've got a monitor mount for the set over here, and that chair that I was sitting in was too low, and by the time I sit here for 7-8 hours, my back is hurting. So I've got a gaming chair set up, and I'm going to get it set up so that way we're able to bring you, starting at 1 o'clock or 12:45, we'll bring you the Giant game, see what the New York stinking Giants do, and then we'll be covering the Washington and the Dallas game. Now, one person who I heard from a little birdie that the belief is that Kellen Moore, well, he's already interviewed. We heard yesterday that Boise State was really interested, that he had mutual interest in it as well. We heard last night that he had already interviewed. I'm betting that tomorrow, I don't have any knowledge of this, but I'm betting that tomorrow that he's going to announce that he is going to be the coach of Boise State. I just have that feeling that there was just too much that was going on. Too much stuff, that Boise State doesn't want to wait. They want to let people know this is the guy and start getting the recruits excited about coming in there. So I think tomorrow we may hear that Kellen Moore will be leaving the Dallas Cowboys for Boise State. And I hope that we find the right offensive coordinator that will really get the most out of this offense, that will use the dynamic capabilities that they have, and hope that we can get Dak Prescott taken care of sooner than later. This is it, guys. We got today, and we got next Sunday, and maybe If a miracle happens, maybe one more week. But this is it. The NFL winter is upon us. All right, guys. I'll see you guys at 12:45 for our live stream. And let's see if we can get a win. I'll see you guys soon.